You are now tuned into Coffee, Tea, and Conversations, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. with Mary Evans and her co-host, Marsha Easley. Get ready for
Coffee, Tea, and Conversations. Yeah. Put some coffee in your cup. Coffee, Tea, and Conversations. Yeah. Put some tea in your cup. Are you ready?
for motivation,
Get ready.
for education,
Are you ready?
for life-changing inspiration,
Get ready.
for Coffee, Tea, and Conversations with Mary Evans and Marsha Easley. Bringing you topics every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to educate, motivate, and inspire, and even make you laugh. Get ready for
Coffee, Tea, and Conversations. Yeah. Put some coffee in your cup. Coffee, Tea, and Conversations. Yeah. Put some tea in your cup. Are you ready?
for motivation,
Get ready.
for education,
Are you ready?
for life-changing inspiration,
Get ready.
for Coffee, Tea, and Conversations with Mary Evans and Marsha Easley. Are you ready?
Lex. Marsha.
Yes,
You looking at your phone. Are you ready for Coffee, Tea, and Conversation? Lex.
I'm ready.
I don't think they ready. Lex, roll it one more time.
You are now tuned into Coffee, Tea, and Conversations, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. with Mary Evans and her co-host, Marsha Easley. Get ready for
Coffee, Tea, and Conversations. Yeah. Put some coffee in your cup. Coffee, Tea, and Conversations. Yeah. Put some tea in your cup. Are you ready?
for motivation,
Get ready.
for education,
Are you ready?
for life-changing inspiration,
Get ready.
for Coffee, Tea, and Conversations with Mary Evans and Marsha Easley.
Hey, all right now.
Ready. Are you ready, guys, for Coffee, Tea, and Conversation?
Yes.
On the SOS Show Live with Mary, I Inspire Evans, and
Marsha Easley.
SOS stands for Share Our Stories.
Mm.
And this morning, we're going to share some stories.
Good morning, Javita.
Good morning to OT and Talk. Good morning. Happy Soulful Sunday, and thanks for tuning in with us this morning. Today, we're going to talk about what, Marsha?
Polyamory. Being polyamorous.
And how y'all guys feel about it. We're not here to judge. We just having coffee, tea, and conversation. You know, how y'all like our new jingle? Drop us a check. We working on some things. Marsha, like I said, we're not here to judge. We just having a conversation. All right. Marsha, I'm going to let you take that comment.
Polyamory is the practice of or desire for intimate relationships with more than one partner with the informed consent of all partners involved.
Thank you. T and Talk says she love our jingle. Thank you. Love it. Thank you, T. Marsha, broke down. Now, Marsha, I've been watching and following Kevin Wesley, right? Are you with me? Are you ready?
Can you hear me, Mary?
Yes.
Give me 1 minute. Go ahead and talk.
Wow. Okay. So, guys, I want
Rise.
this comment. Let's listen. I'm ready.
Beautiful souls. So listen, we are the Rise family. I, of course, am Kevin,
And I'm Easley. And I'm Jamie.
and they are my beautiful queens. Our relationship just went viral, and all of you guys, a lot of you guys had something to say, right? We're getting a lot of opinions from y'all. All right, we're not offended, okay? We know the world that we live in. Our concept of love has been fed to us by the Western world, right? Our perception of it has been skewed by either by our parents, right, by religion, or by the media. So our mind has been put into a box, right? In any relationship, whether it's romantic or sexual, that doesn't fit into this little box that we have our minds in, we deem it immoral. Yeah, that's right. We say it's wrong. And then we assert just harmful names at the people who are living those lifestyles. But what I did, we took the liberty to write down some reasons that you actually might be polyamorous, since y'all got so much to say. Now, after this video, you might feel a little bit different, okay? So
Just
six
a little
reasons,
bit, just a little bit.
6 reasons you might be polyamorous. Here we go. The first reason is you always felt limited or confined in traditional relationships, okay? It makes it hard to commit. Now, a lot of guys out here, ladies too, have been single for a long time. And a lot of that reason is because you don't want to commit. Part of the reason you don't want to commit is because you don't want to give up everything else that you got going on. You know what I mean?
Freedom. Yes.
Absolutely. And you think that because you're in a relationship, it means you have to what? Settle down. We hear this word. You settle down. Ah, man, I'm giving up the game, bro.
Yeah.
That's what dudes say. I got to give up the whole game.
So many fish in the ocean.
Right.
Yes.
And even if it's just doing what you like to do or keeping the friends you already have maintained. If you are a female and you have some male friends, you may not want to lose those male friends. The guy that you're dating may not be worthy of you getting rid of those male friends, even if it's not sexual. So you'll just stay single. You may have a lot of things in your life going on to where you just don't want to commit. And a lot of it is because once you commit, you're not going to have the liberty to do those things, or you're going to be doing your partner wrong. Then that could mean if you enjoy, having sexual encounters, partying, just doing whatever you want to do. You feel limited when you're in a relationship. It doesn't matter who you're dating. It's just something you always feel. It's just, you feel like you never can be yourself, all right? I put here that, have you ever felt like you're not being...
Marsha,
Well, I wanted to hear the rest of his reasons for justifying all of that stuff they trying to do.
I'm telling you, Marsha, Kevin Wesley now is doing seminars on how to have a happy triple relationship, whatever you want to call it. And again, we want your comments, guys. We're not here to judge, but let me tell you what he did say to the brothers. He said, all the brothers out here that's telling him, they would say you pimping women. He said, what are you doing when you're in a relationship and you're cheating with all these women being unfaithful and they don't know about it? He said, the difference between you and I, brother, I can't pimp anybody that know strongly and have a very clear. I can't even get on very clear on what this relationship is about. Because Marsha, everybody know about each other. So I want to hear from you. What do you think, Marsha? He has a point though, don't he?
I'm not even going to agree with him on that. Because let me tell you, I was taking notes when I was doing that. And first of all,
agree. He said everybody versus everybody knowing and not knowing. That's all I'm saying. I'd rather know what's going. That means we all in agreement.
Well, yeah.
When you're cheating on me, I'm sharing you. And I don't know that I'm sharing you, and all parties are not in agreement. Now go.
I think what like I said before, I think he's trying to justify being able to have all those women and get away with doing what he do and have a good reason for it in his mind. To me, like I said, I was taking some notes, and I wish I could have heard the rest of them, because right now he was talking about if you are good, if you're gonna feel like you're missing out on other stuff because because you committed. And my thing is, I want to commit because I want to be with one person. I'm not going to feel like I'm missing out on other sexual encounters because I want to be with the one person for the rest of my life. That's the point of committing. So I don't have to commit to you and you and you and be okay with that. No, I want one person. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying. So that giving up, and then like giving up your male friends, let me tell you, I have 3 male BFFs, and they're going to say my BFF. And that's going to be something that's going to be discussed before I get into a committed relationship with another man. Because if they can accept that, then they have some insecurity problems. Because my friends can be your friends. That's not going to be a secret. So that's going to be a conversation that's going to be held beforehand, or else I'm not giving up my friends. I'm telling you, my main buku, down to earth, ride or die, I'm not giving up none of them for anybody. Because to me, that's a person with some insecurity problems. So that's just what I'm saying. I ain't giving it.
You own it this morning, Miss Marsha.
I'm just saying, that's just a bunch of mess to me. That's a bunch of mess.
Well, Marsha, Alexis Lawrence say, I'm hearing confusion.
Exactly. Yes, that's what he was like.
Talk. To be honest, I didn't know this was a thing in our community. Tia Talk, let me tell you, it is becoming a big thing. Like,
Yes.
honey, seminars to teach you, because I've been following Mr. Wesley just to learn things, topics for the show. And they talked about, because they all sleep in the same bed. He said sometime he's been in a relationship that didn't work because one female was so jealous of the other one. And he tries to give them equal time. When they get in a bed, the one want to sleep on the right, she want to sleep on the left. The male sleeps in the middle, of course. But in some of these relationships, it's not just the man and the women also. So it's just, I'm like Alexis, it's all entangled like a presso. So many fluids running around. Tea and Talk say, why is everything always centered around sex? Absolutely, it is. It is. And it's just the way the world goes. It seems like sex and money. That's what the world, that's what it appears to flow on. But one of the things that we talk about is that this, Marsha, again, we're not here to judge. And you hear some people say whatever makes that person happy, and that's exactly the way it should be. But my thing is, it's so much, I can't even call it craziness, because to one, it might not be. Our children, just, to me, it's so much confusion for the kids. That's what the show, like, Marsha, we grew up, all I ever knew is a male, female, get married, have children. Now it's so much, and that's why they say you got to watch your children on these internet, YouTube, and all of these platforms, because they're seeing so much. And the only part that bothers me is that I think we are leading a world of confusion for our children, because it's happening younger and younger and younger. I'm going to I'm going to play a short clip of Willow Smith.
Friend group, I'm the only polyamorous person, and I have the least sex out of all of my friends.
Willow Smith brought the newest debate to Red Table Talk.
It takes practice to have those difficult conversations.
On Wednesday, the multi-generation dynamic got personal once again, this time with Willow's revelation that she's polyamorous.
This has been a journey for you, Miss Willow. How did you make this decision?
With polyamory, I feel like the main foundation is the freedom to be able to create a relationship style that works for you, and not just stepping into monogamy because that's what everyone around you says is the right thing to do.
The 20-year-old singer opened up about her perspective on polyamory relationships, helping her mom and Gammy understand her desire to have multiple intimate partners at the same time.
So I was like, how can I structure the way that I approach relationships with that in mind? Also, doing research into polyamory, the main reasons why monogamous relationships, or why marriage, why divorces happen, is infidelity. Let's say you haven't always been the kind of person that wanted to have sex all the time, but your partner is. Are you gonna be the person to say, just because I don't have these needs, you can't have them either?
Throughout the series, all three women have maintained an open mind with topics about sex, and mom Jada Pinkett Smith's reaction here was no different.
How did you feel when I told you that I was polyamorous?
When you were like, hey, this is my get down, I was like, I totally get it. Wanting to set up your life in a way that you can have what it is that you want. I think anything goes as long as the intentions are clear. You know what I mean?
To everyone.
Most people are practicing monogamy because they feel like they have no other choice. We all know that most people out here doing unethical non-monogamy any damn way.
And while Gammy tried to understand the concept, the matriarch pointed out that many people still believe in monogamous relationships.
There's comfort in that it provides to almost like a social order. To life and setting boundaries and commitments. I guess I'm not really clear on what it offers you.
Could you imagine being in a group and loving everyone equally?
No.
Whether it be platonic or not? Wow, well then I don't know what to say.
That's because of Gam's ideas around love.
Okay, Grandma, tell them.
Grandma was on it. Grandma look good, don't she?
Yeah, she look good.
She looks so good. Let's salute that queen.
Oh,
so
my
Marsha, you see, this is happening from young to old. So I'm just saying, parents out here with these children, if you're not having an open conversation with your children about sex and relationships, what age would you say, Marsha? Because younger and younger, they know more and more. I used to say 13, but I'm not even sure about that anymore. That's a good question. Tea and Talk, I love your opinions. What did you think is a good age to start talking to your children about sex? Because this craziness out here, we have to educate these kids.
Well, you have to think about Willow and Jada and all of them, because her and we already had an open relationship anyway. And the difference between open and polyamorous is that open, you free to go with anybody. Polyamorous, you got your own little niche right there that you kind of stick with. So she's always been, they always had an open. So it wasn't really far-fetched for her child to say, oh, okay, this is where I'm gonna go. So, you know, you pass down stuff. Remember, your kids, they learn from you. So you pass down stuff, and then as you know, as they go with the times, then the different things come up. Okay, now polyamory. You know, we get these different words all the time. Every decade, every season, a new word, and so the kids just jump right in and fly with it. So
I like the way you broke that down, because you're right. You have this this group that everybody just sort of stay within the circle. Then you have the other circle where everything goes. There's a lot of entanglement going on, like Lexi say, tangled up like a pretzel. So I see the point. We have a comment from Miss Alexis Lawrence.
Yes.
It's just a bunch of confusion of feelings. It's truly based on today's society and social media, making it seem like it's okay to have your cake and eat it too. You know what, Lex? You have a point. You have a point. But Marsha, and the thing at the end of the day, anybody, you know, you do what you want to do. But my concern, like I keep going back, is to our children, is just to say, you know, I have a friend, you know, daughter 8 years old. She says she want to date girls. I mean, Marsha, you know, it's getting younger and younger. You know, we have all these things going on. And as this come out, like Tia Talk say, she didn't even know it was a thing in the community. And I mean, it's a thing that's really seemed like it's just going viral, out of control. So I don't know. Tia Talk, I don't have children, but I would say start at age 8 or 9. And she's on to something. Back in the day, you say 13 when a girl started administration. I remember I was around 13 when I had that talk. That's what's so funny. And it wasn't even my mother, it was my daddy. My mom was like, my dad, like, look, let me tell you what goes on from here. Okay. You can have that. Okay, Miss Canada Danisha. What a beautiful name. I believe it's the man we are all trying to please. A man first. They wanted you to be looking natural. Then they say you use filters. They can't make up their minds about us. So we're trying to be 3 and 4 and 5 different type of women instead of being ourselves. Everybody wants a fake booty now. Oh my God, you killed it. That's powerful. So powerful. Because when you think about it, Marsha, when she say we trying to please a man first, how long have women been trying to please a man? You know, whatever that may be. Marsha, the big butt, the hips. And if you're doing this for you to make yourself happy, that's another whole story. We're not saying that, ladies. We're saying if you're going to do all of these things, do it for you, not because of a man. Because guess what? However they lay, they roll, Marsha. Big stomach, whatever. They walk across the room so confident, and we trying to hold our stomach in, put on stuff to cover our flaws. Men don't do that. You don't ever see a man doing that. I love that comment. Thank you. You're welcome, sweetheart. Powerful.
But Mary, think about that. We do. I know when I was married, you know, my whole world revolved around the man. When I went to work, what we gonna eat tonight? Can I do this? That man is okay with him. Everything revolved around the man and making him happy and making sure everything was okay with that person. So, you know, I agree with what you said.
You know what? In a couple of weeks, you follow us? We're doing a show, Marsha. I'm just gonna leak a little bit. Someone took a video. They were at the airport, and I tell you, it was at least 50 to 60 women, all sitting in the wheelchairs. They had came over from where they get the booty and hips and stuff done very cheaply.
Mm-hmm.
The video was so sad, Marsha. And I mean, the women just sitting there leaned over and all again, we're not judging. Whatever makes you happy, but that is a show about how I love how Miss Donisha was saying we do it for the men, always trying to please them, being 4 and 5 different women. We're gonna go there too in a couple of weeks. Shelley Singleton has always been in the community, just not talked about. Now everything is out in the open. Marsha, we talked about that earlier today. That it can't, it's not like it just dropped off the sky. It had to always be here. And now we have the social media platforms, and now we have all of the things that allow us to post and let it be known. Just like, so you're right. Absolutely. I agree with you.
I agree.
Good morning, Jay Cross. Oh, Miss Cork. Now they're starting their menstrual cycles at 8 and 9. Absolutely.
Yep.
You have a point. They're starting now at 8 and 9. When I said I was 13, everything has changed. Everything is growing faster on them. They're smarter. Hello, Mr. J. Cross. Good morning, everyone. We want to give him a shout out. He's the one that helped us with our new jingle. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you so much, guys. He can help you out. So, Marsha, the thing of it is, I love that comment, is that, it didn't just drop out the sky. So many things we experience and have always been here. It's just now that we have the social media platform, all the phones and cameras, and everybody have them. Everything is just now out in the open. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mary, but those type of arrangements have been around for a long time, but it's in the religious, like, some of the Muslims or whatever, they can have several wives. The wives can have several husbands.
Yes.
They can have several wives. So in some religions, it's always been there, but it has never been as widespread as it is now, where you can have anything. You can have women, you can have a bunch of men. It's just a different dynamic now. So it's always been there. It's always been there, but it's kind of been, stay within the communities that believed in that. But now it's like, anybody.
Well, I tell you, grandparents and my older aunts, they like scream. They like what the heck is the world turned into? Y'all all going to hell in a handbasket. Because the older ones, they just don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, Marsha. We're going to wrap it on up and thank our audience for tuning in to Coffee, Tea, and Conversation. See you guys next week. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.